Hi yogis, I'm Nicole. Welcome to my yoga time. Today's yin practice is especially good for the end of the day or the evening if the body and the mind are really tired and you're needing to rest and rejuvenate. But of course you can practice it at any time of the day. I do have 2 blocks for this practice. If you don't have blocks, you can improvise with a thick book or a rolled up towel. And I will also be using the wall towards the end of the practice. So you might want to move your mat close to the wall. So we're going to begin on our navel. Now this one is quite strong on the shoulders, so if there is any sort of discomfort, please soften the pose or come out all together and skip it and jump ahead to the next position. So I will have my block close by for this one. Crossing the right arm in front of the left, and make sure your arms are underneath the chin and not in front. From there we're going to walk the hands away as far as we can. And then option 1, bring your right ear to the bicep. Option 2, tuck the toes under, briefly bring the body forward and rest your head either on the floor or the block. Palms can face up or down. And try to relax the buttocks, the jaw. Now is a good time to position the tip of the tongue where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth. Begin to breathe into the shoulders. Feel the in-breath creating space around the shoulders, behind the heart center. With each inhalation, I encourage you to pause, hold the breath for 1 or 2 counts before you exhale very slowly. With your next inhalation, slowly start to lift up and start to unravel those arms. We'll take a brief rest, turning the head to one side, letting the palms rest next to the body, palms facing the ceiling. And when you're ready, we'll move to the other side. Left arm in front of the right this time. Crossing the arms as far as you can. Either left ear to the bicep or bring the body forward. Palms to face up or down. Option to take your mudra. And once you settle into the pose, be with your breath. And know that the mind will wander. That's the nature of the mind, and that's okay. But catch it when it wanders. Guide it back to the breath. moving the body. And for your last few breaths here, I encourage you to exhale through the mouth. Ha out the breath, breathing out any last bit of tension around the shoulders from your day. And with your next inhalation, lifting the head, unraveling the arms. So from here, we'll briefly come to seated just to prepare our props for the next pose, coming into an upper back bend. So if you've got a rolled up towel instead of a block, place it across the bottom of the shoulders. Otherwise, one block at the shoulders, one under the head, or maybe you prefer nothing under the head. Now, depending on your posture, you might prefer to have the block under the head a little higher if there's concerns with your back or you've got quite rounded shoulders. So do make yourself as comfortable as you can. And of course, if your back is catching your awareness here, just keep those knees bent. And if that's still not alleviating that sensation, take that block a little higher underneath the head. Alternatively, if you want to go deeper, you can remove that prop. Option is straighten the legs. Again, feel free to take your mudra and taking the arms out to the side as high as they'll comfortably go. Begin to breathe into the heart center. And as you do so, I encourage you to consider something or someone that you're grateful for. And then don't focus so much on the person or the situation, but the joy, the gratitude. Begin to inhale that energy into the heart center. Taking 3 more breaths here. Remember to pause before you exhale. When you're ready to release the pose, bend the knees, turn the arms down, palms down. Tuck in your chin, remove your props, and then recline once again. Just taking a moment with those feet wide, knees bent, and relaxing the upper back into the mat. Feel the meeting points between the back and the mat. Breathe in to this space. From here we'll come into a laying side bend. So move the hips over to the left side of the mat as far as they'll go. Straightening the legs, taking the feet over to the right, and then arms over to the right. Now if you have an unhappy shoulder here, just keep that arm next to the body, don't push through any pain. Feel free to hold the opposite elbows with the hands. An option to cross left ankle over the right. Now as always, do not look for your maximum stretch, not in yin. If you find you're going to your edge, ease off. And once you settle into the pose, be with the breath, moving the body. You might feel as though you're just breathing out of the left side waist. And from time to time, inhale that sense of gratitude, the joy, once again. And when you're ready, we'll slowly move to the other side. Observing the ebb and flow of your breath. But finding those moments to pause, to be still. And when you're ready, returning to the center of the mat. Bring yourself up to seated. And if you've got props, have them close by. And we'll move close to the wall now. So taking our legs up against the wall. Easiest way to do this is to sit with your hip fairly close to the wall. And then as you bring your shoulders down, swing your legs up. So if you're feeling overly tight through the hamstrings or through the back, have quite a bit of space between the wall and the back of your hips, otherwise getting in as close as you can. Option to use one block, or if you've got two, you can stack them on top of one another underneath the low back. Arms can be out to the side or above the head. So this one is an especially nice pose to practice if you've been on your feet all day, those legs are tired. It's also therapeutic for fluid retention, varicose veins. And with the prop underneath your lower back is offering an extra lengthening to the low back, also to the digestive organs. And breathing into the whole body. Imagine the breath is moving through the body in a wave-like motion. Inhaling from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet. And pause. Exhaling from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. Let's take one more breath here. And then when you're ready, bending those knees, pressing the feet into the wall, remove your prop if you're using one. When you touch down, we'll bring the legs into butterfly. Soles of the feet to meet, knees to fall out wide. So hands can rest on the knees or out to the side or above the head. Allow your lower back to sink into the floor. Direct the breath into the lower back, into the hips, the thighs. Option to take your mudra once again. Index finger and thumbs connect. When you're ready, bring those knees together. Place a block in between the thighs, coming into a twist. We'll take the legs down to the left. So you want your soles of the feet to remain on the wall, left leg resting on the floor, and if it's a bit of a reach to get there, you can use your second block, your towel or a pillow to prop the legs. And if it feels okay for your neck, move the back of your head to the left and then turn the head to the right. Allow your navel to softly expand when you inhale. And imagine your lower back is equally expanding. And as you exhale, mindfully draw them in towards the spine. And to help you here find an efficient cleansing breath, I'm going to count your next 2 breaths. We'll have a longer exhalation. So we'll inhale for 4, hold for 2, and exhale for 6. Let's all breathe out together. And inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, holding 1, 2, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, holding 1, 2, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just a few more breaths here. Try to maintain that length if you can. And in just a moment, we'll bring those legs back to the wall. Before you do so, be sure to firm your lower belly, support your back, use your core as you bring those legs up. And we'll come straight down to the other side. Bring the back of the head a little to the right, and then turn the head to the left. Once again, breathing into the lower body. And find that longer exhalation. Just a few more breaths here. If you feel the urge to exhale through the mouth, feel free to do so, breathing out any last bit of stress or tension from your day. And when you're ready, roll onto your side, remove your block, and bring yourself up. From here, we'll lower down onto our back. So before we move into Shavasana, we'll take a supported bridge pose, placing your block underneath your low back or your towel, either keeping the knees bent or straighten and relax the legs if that feels okay for your body. Arms can be by your side with your mudra or arms above the head. And again, noticing the body rise and fall with the breath. The quality of your practice is determined by the quality of your breath. When you're ready, bend the knees if the legs are straight. Lifting up the hips, remove your prop. Take a very brief moment with the knees bent, feet wide, knees fall into touch. Relax your lower back down into the mat. So feel free to move straight into Shavasana, or if you have the urge to take a hold of the knees and rock side to side, by all means do so. When you're ready for Shavasana, straightening those legs, or if you like, you can place your blocks or your rolled up towel underneath the knees or underneath the hamstrings. And then letting those legs fall heavy. Arms by your side, option to take your mudra, tucking the shoulders under. As you close the eyes down, soften the forehead, the tongue and jaw. So as you drift into Shavasana, I encourage you to inhale once again that sense of joy and gratitude into your spacious body, quiet mind. Begin to inhale a little deeper now. Moving your tongue over the teeth. Wiggling toes and fingers. Follow any urges to stretch. Before rolling to your preferred side. And bringing yourself up to seated. Thanks, yogis. I hope you enjoyed the practice and you feel as though you've unwound the day's tension from the body. Let's bring our hands to prayer. Hands raised to the third eye center for clarity of thought. Fingertips lower to the lips for purity and honesty in our speech. And hands to the heart center for love and compassion in all that we do. Namaste. Thanks again, yogis. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to support free yoga on YouTube. Have a lovely day.